your name, your...
Okay.
It's just a trial, this one.
Wait, should I say my last name too?
Darling, you send me. I know you send me.
Okay, let's start. Your name.
I'm Zee Leering, I'm from Amsterdam, and I went to Buffalo, New York in the US for 11 months.
With which organization?
Oh, I went with AFS.
Right.
My host family was great. I had a host mom and a host dad, and I had 2 host sisters. One of my host sisters lived at college, so she wasn't home a lot, but she was there sometimes. And I had one younger host sister. Well, she was only like a month younger than me, but I like to say that she was younger. And we got along really, really well, and we had a dog. Our relationship was really good, at least that's what I think. I stay in touch with them. I Skyped my host sister the other day, and it was a lot of fun. I like the school a lot. It's really different than at home, because not only is it just like all levels together, you also do sports at school, and I don't know, it's just like a really different atmosphere. Like they have school spirit, which we don't have at home at all. Like people just like are kind of proud of their school, I guess, and of their like sports teams.
Mm-hmm. And was it a private or a public school?
A public school.
And why? Why did you choose a public school?
So you don't really get to pick with AFS. Your host family can decide, but most kids go to a public school just because it's like free. And they're good. Like my public school is a really good school. I started out, like my first friends were from the field hockey team because that starts before school starts, and I didn't really stay friends with them throughout the year. Like they're really nice, but then after a while I transitioned into this other friend group I met at a football game, and then there was a Halloween party, and that's kind of how we really became friends, I think. I didn't really feel alone because I was really close with my host sister, but like I was like more nervous like in the beginning because I really wanted to have friends, and then you're not really sure like who was like right for you and like who isn't. So yes, but not the beginning of the year, which is funny because a lot of people do. For me it was around December, November-ish. I don't really know why, it's just, I guess it's just like how long I could be alone, but then after that it didn't last that long. I don't know. Oh, for sure. For sure, yeah. So there are a lot of stereotypes about Americans, and I don't think they're all true at all. Like, yes, they do enjoy watching football, a lot of them, but not all of them. And at my school, at least, not everyone was fat, not everyone was lazy. People just worked hard and like just took care of themselves, I guess. So I got a lot more like independent and confident. Just like I believed more in myself and my opinions, and I felt like I had to voice them if I wanted to get anything done. So I chose the US because I really wanted to go to an English speaking country because I wanted to improve my English, and there are a lot of them. But I didn't want to go to the United Kingdom or Ireland because I thought it was too close to home and maybe people would come visit, and that would just make me really homesick, I think. I didn't want to go to Australia because I thought it was scary because like they're animals and stuff. I also didn't want to go to New Zealand for the same reasons a little. And then with Canada, I'm not sure why I didn't want to go to Canada. I kind of felt like, why go to Canada if you could go to the US too? So not necessarily a state. I would really like to be in a democratic state, and because that's just like the political views I really like relate to. So that would either be the East or the West Coast mainly, and that happened. So we weren't really planning on hosting. Like we thought about it a lot, and we were like, well, maybe, maybe not. And then AFS was just talking to us a lot and asking us to host, and we were like, you know what? send us some
Praying.
profiles of the kids, and we'll see if we like someone. We did, so that's why we're hosting.
So you chose the person to host.
You get to pick.
You get to pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
That's
they
interesting.
sent you some bios. So you say what kind of family you are, and they sent you 3 or 4 profiles of kids, and then you get to look that fit your family, and then you get to look at them and see if, and read their letter and see if you like them. And, yeah. I'm not supposed to compare my experience with someone else's experience because everyone experiences their year abroad differently, and everyone goes to different emotions at different times. So I'm really not supposed to, but it's hard sometimes because you're like, wait, I felt this way in my first week, or I did this, and that's just you're kind of looking at that. So in my Dutch family, I would go everywhere by myself. So I would ride my bike to school, ride my bike back, ride my bike to practice, ride my bike back. If I would want to go to friends, I would go by myself. But in the US, our mom drove us to school, and we went back with the school bus. But if I had practice, she had to pick me up, and you just have a lot less freedom. You can't do that much on your own, or you have to ask your friends if they want to pick you up or drive you somewhere.
Because of the long distance. Right?
Yeah. I mean, you could ride your bike technically, but it's just a little bit more dangerous because you don't have bicycle lanes everywhere.
No bike riding.
No, I did it for a while, but it's not great.
Okay.
So in the US, you play sports at school instead of at a club, which is I think pretty cool, because that way so when school ends at 2:45, everyone that does a sport goes to their locker room or squat room to get ready, and at 3 practices start, or 3:30, kind of depends on what sport you're doing. And it just is an easy way to make friends too. So for every exchange student ever, I really say do a sport. It's so important. It's just such an easy way to meet people. And you stay at school, so it's not you have to go anywhere else, at least in the US. And I just think that's really cool. American teenagers don't really care about what they wear to school, which is funny because in the Netherlands people care a lot.
Great.
So I prefer it that way too. So a lot of people just wear leggings and a hoodie, and the thing I thought was worse is that they wear socks in their Birkenstocks to school. And I just hated it. I hated it so much. Or I would wear Crocs, the sandal kind of things. I just thought it was awful, and all my friends kept making fun of me for it. But I just thought it was the worst thing that you could possibly do, fashion-wise. But that's what they do. It's normal there. I feel that's just how they look when they have to wake up early and go to school, and they just want to be comfortable. But when they would go to an event, they were capable of dressing nice. They just didn't really feel doing it when they went to school. That was the main thing. They just felt it wasn't worth it.
I have another question about the prom. Tell us about that.
Oh, so prom is at the end of the year, and at my school you had junior and senior prom. And juniors are 11th graders, so it's the year before you graduate, and seniors are 12th graders, which is the year you're graduating in. And basically how it works, you buy a ticket, which for us was I think $60, and
Pretty expensive.
it's pretty expensive. But you also have dinner there. It's not just a dance. So we had the day off because exams were over, and I think they were at least. I'm not sure anymore. You buy a pretty dress months in advance, and and you do your hair. Some people get it done professionally, and you do your makeup. For me, my host mom just did it. I did my own makeup, but she did my hair, and I borrowed a dress from a friend. And you buy high heels that you can only wear for half of the night. And then you go to prom, and you get to decide who you want to sit with when you buy your ticket. Mm-hmm. And then you have dinner there, and then after an hour or two you start the dance start, and I think it ended at midnight. And then you go to after prom, which was for us in I don't remember what it was called, but a gaming hall thing where you can win prizes and all that. And we hung out there till I think it was 2 a.m.
Okay. I saw like some pictures of people in America, like where the guy is giving the girl a bracelet made of
with
flowers.
a flower, yeah. The corsage, I think it's called. I don't know what it's called. They do it. Girls give the boys a flower and the boys give the girls a flower. So for the boys it goes into their pocket, and for girls it goes around their arm, but it's only if you have a date.
Okay.
A lot of people
and
just
it's
don't.
like the same flower. Boys and girls have the same flower.
Well, it's like a different, like, no, you don't have the same flower, you both like buy it
Match.
separately. But the boy is supposed to match his suit to the girl's dress.
Oh.
So if the girl is wearing a red dress, he's supposed to like wear a red like
Tie.
Yeah, a tie or like a vest that you wear under your suit.
Okay.
I don't really know what it's called.
Okay. Well, thank you. And see you.
Yeah.
I can't read what I wrote. That's nice. And how did you do? No. Stereotypes about American people.
So a stereotype. I already talked about that.
Really? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, I was looking at the question.
No, that's fine.
No, that was terrible.